What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan, and welcome to the game. Oops, I just realized. Aha, this camera was. All right. Now, what is up, everyone? Welcome to the Football Chatbox. My name is Ryan. Welcome to the Game Week 31 team selection stream. I have finally kind of fixed my camera in terms of there would have been a delay between my voice and the video. Now I think that delay probably should have been fixed, hopefully. And I noticed the delay on the yesterday's game week review video I did as well. There was a delay, and then I looked on trying to work out and fixing it, and it was a problem with the USB that it was plugged into, the USB dock. So I've directly plugged it into the PC instead. So now there's no delay. So hopefully the camera looks good from the looks of it. So I think everything should be kind of fine. Andy, how are you doing? Welcome. Manish, welcome. Freddy, welcome. I'll be Captain. Bruno says, Manish, Freddy says, hi, Ryan. Ekitike is my body for this week. I think this coming week you'll be fine. My messages are disappearing. No, they're back. Yeah, they're all there. They're all there. I can see them. All right. So 57 points, small green arrow. Takes us to 646k. I actually don't know how much of top 10k, not top 10k. What am I talking? Top 100k. I am. Bruno Fernandez going up in price again. What is my actual like? How far am I from top 100k? Top 100k is kind of the goal for this season. Where are we? We are here. We go. So 500k is 12 points. 100k is 72. That hasn't really gone down. Okay, 72. I need to start monitoring this to see if I can get it down. It's going to be a tough chase, but 8 game weeks to go, 72 points plus. I need to play a few differential moves here and there when possible. So from game week 32's wildcard, I'll have to take a few differentials to the compared to the template to be able to try and claw this down if I can. 72 points to get top 100k. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, this is how the team is looking like going into game week 31. Mukiele, man, if you can be fit, that would be amazing, because I do not want to spend a transfer on a defender, ideally. And Manish is asking, any good replacement for Chalaba or Mukiele? Yeah. So now, okay, if Mukiele is not fit, I probably will be selling Mark Guehi to... Okay, there are a few options, right? First of all, the chances of keeping a clean sheet most likely lie with Fulham, as probably the only team capable of keeping a clean sheet in this game week. I feel like I look at every other fixture and I go, I cannot trust a single one of these teams to keep a clean sheet, personally, unless you guys can. I don't know. Do you guys feel like that as well? Or is it just me that thinks that even Fulham, I don't fully trust to keep a clean sheet as well? But I think they are the closest to kind of keeping a clean sheet, you know? So if I was to go Fulham, probably Anderson in defense. If I wanted to spike a haul from a defender, Malik Chow from Newcastle, we've seen he's capable of a 17-pointer, right? He gets DEFCON, capable of a 17-pointer, could potentially spike a haul. So if I wanted to play a differential, maybe I go for Malik Chow. Otherwise, it's Anderson from Fulham. In terms of other defenders, I don't really trust anyone else, to be honest. Don't fully trust anyone else in terms of defenders to try and get... Like, people already have Liverpool defense, so there's no point in suggesting anything there. People have Bournemouth defense already. And then the rest of you are either stuck with a Leeds defender, you probably have an Aston Villa defender, some of you have Sunderland defense like myself, some of you have Chelsea defense, some might already have Fulham defense. So it's either Anderson or Chow for a defensive spot. So if Mukiele is not available, I probably sell Guehi to Malik Chow. But ideally, I would like to potentially Maybe sell Enzo Fernandez to one of Anthony Gordon. I mentioned this on the stream yesterday. One of Anthony Gordon. I mean, Cunha could be, but uh, the potential of a haul. I mean, the potential of haul from Cunha also is there. Cunha, Anthony Gordon. Forest are struggling for goals, but Spurs are still there for the taking. Iwobi. I already have Harry Wilson, so Wilson is not an option for me. So I'm just looking at differentials that I don't have. Iwobi, Cunha, Anthony Gordon. That's kind of it. I'm looking for. Oh, and you could also. Andy would love to say Anton Stark. Anton Stark, if he gets a set piece delivery, could become very nice. But yeah, otherwise there are three others I mentioned. Anyone else with like that comes to your mind that can spike a haul in one game week? And ideally someone who might, if possible, have a good fixture for game week 32 as well. Cunha has a good fixture against Leeds. Anthony Gordon has a pretty decent fixture against Crystal Palace. And who did I mention earlier? Did I say Forest? Oh, I said Iwobi. Iwobi has a fixture against Liverpool. Ooh, that's not as easy. But this Liverpool team can be got at as well. Any good? Sorry, I answered the replacement for Chalaba Mukeli. That's probably where I would go. Is double? Is doable? I've gone from 1.4 million to 205k since game week 22. Yep, exactly. I definitely agree. It is doable to try and get to top 100k. Might need see this is the thing. My template rating. If you look at my template rating, it's moderately template, and the reason is because the midfield is very heavily template. I need to reduce that down potentially. The rest is like average. That's fine. It's just the midfield, and the midfield is not delivering right now for me. That's another issue. Tennessee good option and Defcon. Yeah, but I'm assuming no. Here's the thing, right? The reason I'm not mentioning Tennessee is because I'm assuming all of you guys already have either Hill or Tennessee, and I mentioned this on the game week review video that I released yesterday as well. Guys, this Bournemouth team have escaped a spanking. One of these games in the next 3 game weeks. Okay, now the fixtures for the Bournemouth are kind of gone defensive. Out of these next 3 games, right? United, Arsenal, Newcastle. In one of these games, they're gonna get smashed because they are escaping from a spanking. To be honest, I don't know how they keep doing it, but like they keep getting away with clean sheets. And I, as a Hill owner as well, have started and benefited from it. But eventually, you have to revert to the mean, and it's going to get caught. Like one of these games, they're gonna get they're gonna concede a few goals. I feel like. So it's one of those next 3 that I feel like they're gonna concede. So I wouldn't go and buy a Bournemouth defender now because I don't see any clean sheets in the next 3. They could still get you Defcon. Not gonna lie, they still can get Defcon. Let me get this defense set up. All right, let me show you the table. So this is the attacking table, I think, and this is the defensive table. Okay, let me show you 2 tables. And also, if you guys want me to bring your teams up, let me know. I have Freddy's team right here. We'll talk about it as well. But this is team defense. Let me sort this by XG conceded. So XG conceded, worst team is Burnley, right? Bournemouth are right here. Now, if I was to sort these by delta, this is all matches. No, not all matches. Well, all matches, Bournemouth's delta is not too bad actually for the season. But if I was to do this by last 6 game weeks, this is where it gets a bit more. This data is fine. All matches for the season, yes. If I saw this last 6 game weeks, this is where it gets interesting. Look at Bournemouth, negative 7.03 last 6 game weeks. It means they should have considered 7 more goals than they have conceded. Um, that is not great, to be honest. That is not looking great at all. Um, Whereas you, for example, you look at Spurs, they're conceding how much they probably should concede right now. So they are kind of on par with their numbers. So they're a bad defense. They're acting like a bad defense. On the other hand, Brentford are also conceding what they should be. Ideally, you would like, if you have a defensive player, you want him to be like the minus ones because they're kind of conceding less than what they should be conceding, which is good in one ways. But they're also not like significantly under as well. Like this -6 and -7, this is just like kind of not sustainable. This is like one of these games we're gonna get hammered, and we don't know what game it's gonna be. Like this is just like a bit too much. I feel like that's just my personal opinion. Just looking at like the data, usually these are more realistic. Like this is like a performance is like more realistic. Like it can be replicated every week. It kind of shows the pattern of what the team is like. Um, Try to look at defenders with returns this week. Lewis Hall, yeah, Lewis Hall actually is also not too bad. Now that you mention it, he's also not too bad, but he doesn't get you defcon. That's the only thing. I have serious problems. Can't see my messages or anyone else's. Wait, you can't see your messages or anyone else's. You can't see it on the stream as well, on the chat that's appearing right here. Maybe restart the YouTube app, and restart the YouTube app. Soboslai, not too bad. It's just that Brighton, I feel like Brighton. Brighton. If you look at their defense, let's sort this by XG. Brighton have currently the second best defense in the league. United have kind of slipped in the last. They've gone from +100 to slightly below +100, but Brighton are currently on the second. So I wouldn't really now go, oh, Brighton are going to get smashed kind of thing. I mean, Szoboszlai still not too bad from free kicks. I expect Salah to start. But yeah. All Stark, Brentford. Oh, you mean to attack, as in get in Brentford players or attack Brentford players? Double up on Newcastle defenders is okay. Yeah, well, I'm assuming no one has Newcastle defense generally, or one. Some of you might actually have one from having not sold them long time ago. Bournemouth are not good in defense at all. This week, some managers might be engaged, but I forgot about the blank this week and might not have enough players. Also, it's a Friday deadline. Yes, people will get caught out because it's a Friday deadline, and then they'll realize on the weekend that they don't have a full 11. So this is one of those weeks where engaged managers could potentially get some boost over the non-engaged managers. You have to come off hill soon. Well, I kind of have to play him this week because I don't have enough defenders, unfortunately. Hill can get returns. Yes, that I am not against. I think I've seen a few times where he's from set pieces, he's a bit threatening. So he can still get attacking returns plus DEFCON. Not against that. But in terms of keeping clean sheets, that is a different story. 7 out of 8 last games, Hill has 6+. Yes. Yes. And I benched one of them. I think I benched it this week. I probably shouldn't have benched him. I should have had him for sub. But anyways, it is what it is. Leeds defender look better picks going forward. I mean, any other team, they probably should have considered Crystal Palace, man. Apparently, they didn't have a shot on target after Leeds were down to 10 men as well. Yeah. I mean, Crystal Palace, I don't even know what to say about Crystal Palace. Apart from they're also pretty bad. Fortunately, they're not playing this week, so we don't have to think about them too much. But yeah, Leeds also not too bad. Unlucky for those of you who had Calvert-Lewin. If I go statistics, second half, shot map, anything on target? Nope, 0 shots on target from Crystal Palace in the second half. And Leeds were down to 10 men. It is what it is. I tried just hello everyone. I know they're going through. Just can see it. My phone is too small to see in the stream. Says Andy. I don't fancy Ekitike. He's my big problem. Well, I have him for this week, but I'm not too fussed about it. I'll probably put the vice captaincy on Harry Wilson. Not like it'll matter too much, but yeah. My bench got all the points this week. I told you to start Soboslai. I told you Sabosla, you should probably start him. Stark is a nice move in on the point. Anyone would well twice as much. Fair? Fair, fair, fair. Alright, so this is Freddy's team. Freddy has 3 free transfers and he's current also has a wild card. I'm probably looking at either selling Declan Rice, Anthony Gordon, or Harry Wilson, which is fair. And you can bench Mukiele as well in that situation, which is not too bad at all. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Overall, looks good. Freddy's also ready with the Fulham defense as well. That's the thing. Now, if I don't go for Fulham defender this week, I'll be back in. I'll be hoping that Fulham don't keep a clean sheet because a lot of people, the first defender they're all going for is a Fulham defender. I feel like that's the most predictable um, clean sheet. This is Freddie's progression since the last couple of weeks. Obviously, the 71 points this week. Well done, Freddie. 71 points, insane. Some good points returns here as well. Now 204k. It's insane. Well done, well done. From 1.3 to 204. Top 100k within your grasp. Stark is a nice moving on point. Anyway, Burnley bench goalkeeper bench 6 points, Sabosla 11, and Newcastle defenders 8. Ooh. The Burnley one, yeah, I as a bench Burnley goalkeeper this week, what to do? I mean, none of us were really expecting Burnley to keep a clean sheet against Bournemouth, right? Surely, all of us like had some level of Bournemouth either attack or not. I didn't have any Bournemouth attack, but I know a lot of people did, and I wouldn't have been surprised if Bournemouth actually scored a couple past Burnley. But yeah, I don't think Fulham keep a clean. Burnley can score against mid-table sides and always do. They can, definitely. In terms of attack, on the other hand, Chelsea are up there alongside City, Man United, Arsenal, which is very funny. Like, since most of these teams in this list, some of them actually underperformed in their attack this week. Oh, this is all matches. Sorry. That makes sense. Let me sort this by last 6 game weeks. Last 6 game weeks, let's sort it again. All right, last 6 game weeks, Chelsea up there. City, Liverpool, Newcastle. Interesting, but only 5 big chances from Newcastle. They haven't created that much. But the chances they've created are damn. Only 5 big chances compared to us. Bournemouth as well, Brentford. At the bottom you have Wolves, Aston Villa, man. Aston Villa have gone from scoring low XG chances to winning games to struggling to create XG at all now, from the looks of it. Sunderland, Burnley, Brighton. I mean, if you guys want to get clean sheets, you probably should be targeting attacking like Brighton are playing Liverpool. Good chance for Liverpool to get a clean. Burnley are playing Fulham. Again, Fulham potentially can clean. Sunderland are playing Newcastle. This is why I said Malik Chow or Lewis Hall. Aston Villa are playing. Who are Aston Villa playing? Aston Villa are playing West Ham. Mavropanos, anyone? Wolves are playing. Wolves are not playing anything. Yeah, Wolves are blanking this week, so they're kind of out of the conversation. But yeah, and then obviously Spurs are playing Forest, both against each other, so you can't really say much about that as well. Gordon, I'm buying him as soon as Newcastle out of the Champions League. That could be this week. Might not necessarily also be this week. I won't be surprised. Tin, welcome. How are you doing? West Ham, if you still have Rogers, play him. I feel like if you have Rogers at this point, you probably should play him against West Ham, just because of the fact that you've just held him on for this long. At this point, you just play him because this is the fixture you've held him for so long. So might as well just play him. For anyone who doesn't have him, don't go buy him. I wouldn't buy. So yeah, that's the data for the players. I mean, I can probably bring up the midfielder stuff for you guys if you wanted. Let's see who's like there. Forwards, midfielders. These DEFCON tables I have are not the best. I should find another one. Rogers is 1 week punt. Trust me, then it's a week after. I've I wouldn't suggest anyone going and buying Rogers though. That's the thing. XGI for midfielders. Palmer is on top. Bruno Fernandes, my captain for this week. Anthony Gordon. The numbers are up there. So if Mukiele is fit, I might think of going and getting Anthony Gordon. Tango, Salah, Enzo, and Semenyo. For forwards, on the other hand, you have JP, Thiago, Raul Jimenez. Anyone who has Raul Jimenez against Burnley, not too bad. Calvert Lewin, bit unfortunate. XG non-pen though is not as great. Maybe I should short this by XG non-pen. Joe Pedro up, Thiago up there as well. Barry, Ekitike, Gyökeres, Zian Fleming, and Callum Wilson. XG non-pen, I mean, Cisco is also there. Anyone wanted, but he doesn't get that many minutes. Attempts in the box again, Joe Pedro and Thiago leading the way. Like Joe Pedro and Thiago are your first two strikers that you should have. After that, your third striker, there are a few differential options. Big chances, again, Joe Pedro and Thiago. Big chances scored, Joe Pedro and Thiago. Chances created, well, they're not going to be there because Proven and Krupi, this is more like your number 10s. Basically, that Ekitike is third. Touches in the penalty area, Ekitike, Joe Pedro, Haaland, not surprising, and Thiago. So yeah, these are for some of you looking for strikers. And then defenders who are more attacking and not DEFCON. Although this table doesn't really apply this season. But Malik Chow up there for set pieces. O'Reilly, Van Dijk, Van der Berg, Ain't Nuri, Jaden Bogle, Gusto. Now, Rhys James is obviously looks like he's picked up an injury. Which means Malo Gusto should start for Chelsea at right back. So he could be a shout as well. But yeah, here you go, Malik Chow. Chances created. Who knows? You could bring a Hincape, Correa. Big chances. Truffet. I mean, he created a few chances against Burnley as well, to be honest, Truffet. XA. Yeah, XA is Truffet. XG is O'Reilly and Malik Chow. This is kind of why I was thinking Malik Chow. Form set pieces, Malik Chow is pretty good. When everyone was saying buy Bournemouth, I said Stark. I stand by this more now. Well, at that time, Bournemouth were good, and you see the returns from Bournemouth, right? User SZ, welcome. DCL XG may be okay, but his actual goals isn't. No, it isn't. Unfortunately, James is injured. That's what I heard. Let me confirm it because I heard that he hamstring. Rhys James, man. Poor guy. Sadly, he's made of wheat picks. Rhys James, I think he picked up an injury if I'm not mistaken. Yes, hamstring injury. Here you go. Rhys James, captain. Oh, you guys can't see it. Damn it. Doesn't even show it properly. There you go. James is never not injured. Yeah, so both like so safe set. I forget now. Yeah. Target Sunderland for injuries ATM. Yeah, so Malik Chow, Anthony Gordon. I feel like people are going to go there. I don't have any Newcastle, so maybe it's probably wise that I go and get at least some Newcastle coverage, to be honest. So I might think about that. Maybe even doing. I have 2 free transfers, so I could technically do. I could do 2 defensive moves if I really wanted. Like I can get I can sell Mark Wehi to Malik Chow, and I can even sell Enzo to Anthony. Can I? No, maybe I can't. Maybe so I can do these. I don't think I can get Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon. He's 7.3. Oh, I do have the budget. That's all that money from Haaland, you know. I can do it if I really wanted to, because obviously I don't have Haaland. But I think the smarter play would be to keep Enzo, just for the sake, have an actual plain bench player, and just sell Declan Rice instead. Smarter play would be to sell like players who are not actually playing. So I do something like, let's do this. This is easier to see where people are going. Where's transfers? Transfers in. Look at that, Anthony Gordon right up there. You could do something like this. Damn, everyone's actually buying Newcastle players. I could do something like this just to make sure that I have at least a plain bench player this week, just in case. Better save transfers, in my opinion, unless they're not going to play. Yes, that is the thing. So I do agree with that sentiment. Now, I have 2 free transfers. I probably have to use at least one. The thing is, it's probably best if I can even roll just in case, because those transfers could be very useful later down in the line as well, to take more differential moves and all of that. This is where we're getting to the part of the season now where you have to decide how safe you want to play. And if you're chasing rank like myself as well, 72 points, I have to take 1 or 2 risks here and there when possible. So I have to decide between rolling transfers and attacking the fixtures right now that are in front of me as well. So that's something to consider as well. Again, depends on what everyone is chasing. I know people are looking for mini leagues, trying to catch, like, claw down rank here and there. So trying to hold out on ranks, trying to hold out on leads in mini leagues. So different styles of playing for different reasons. Embuemo as a whole for 1 more, but he might be a self up. Yeah, the only reason I'm keeping Embuemo is just the Bournemouth game, and then I think I'm selling. If I play my wildcard in 32, Embuemo is a corner. If you have 11 outfield this week, you're doing well. True. Wildcard 32, think I might hold off. I really like my team in 32, but I will decide when I get 3-week gap and will know who is blanking and doubling. Yeah, that's the thing. Even for those of you who are like looking to wildcard in 32, myself included as well, I'm looking to wildcard in 32. I think we should wait until at least the FA Cup fixtures before we decide whether we're wildcarding or not, guys. And that is what I would recommend. So don't press the wildcard button in the international window. Wait till the FA Cup results are at least done. You might miss out on some price rises, to be honest, but I'd say just wait. I feel like waiting, you'll get a lot more information. What am I looking for? I'm looking for bingo. This is what I was looking for. So, as you guys can see, this one, see international break, then FA Cup quarterfinal, and then European games. So if you guys can wait out at least till the FA Cup quarterfinals are done, then we'll know a lot more of who's doubling, who's blanking, all of that information before Game Week 32. So I'd recommend waiting if possible. Doubles chase the luck in doubles, save transfers. I'm already got most of the doubles. Yeah, but you don't have a wildcard chip. Me, on the other hand, I have a wildcard chip. This is the other thing. People have different chips as well. So Andy obviously doesn't have a wildcard chip. Andy needs to roll transfers whenever possible. I have a wildcard chip. I can play a bit more attacking. So that is a few things as well to kind of consider. Um, Fancy out of Champions League and win the Liverpool FA Cup game? Probably. Let's wait and see, actually. We have to wait and see how things go. If you don't have a wild card, you have to try predict what happens. Yes, yes. And in that situation, it's best for you to roll transfers. Now, as things stand, we're looking at a double something like this. Arsenal, Dublin, Brighton, Burnley, Chelsea, City, and Newcastle. Again, kind of has to depend on what the Premier League wants to do as well. But yeah. Ali Frostinho, welcome. Always a good day when you catch Football Chatbox Live. How are you, my bro? I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing? I'm not thinking of getting Palace players if they double. Will Palace double? Palace double probably 36, right? Everton, Man City, Brentford, Arsenal. We'll see when we get to Palace. We'll see what state they're in as well in terms of Europe and everything. This week is a big week, and obviously starting tonight, basically, or tomorrow morning, depending on which part of the world you are in. It's a big day for football. We'll get to know whether some English teams are in the Champions League or not. Go on Bodo Glint. But I think we'll be doing a watch along. Let's do a watch along as well to see how these teams go. So if any of you are interested in a watch along, let me know. And even Arsenal are playing. Well, Arsenal should be fine as well. So yeah, Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City all playing at the same time. We'll definitely be doing a watch along for that set of games. So if you guys are interested, let me know and we can do one. It's a shame that Barcelona versus Newcastle is at 4:45 in the morning. I'm not going to be able to watch that. That's way too early in the morning for me. I could probably then do one for the second round as well. We'll see, depending on how the views go for tomorrow, like live stream views. If you guys are in the channel and involved, we might do one for the following day as well. Chad, welcome. How are you doing? What's your thoughts on AI in FPL? AI as in like you mean the models and everything? Also, how would you rate this season on a fun level with others past? So AI in FPL, I've seen a lot of like models have been involved in FPL for the last couple of seasons. I think it's with every season it gets a bit more or more and more used by a larger and larger percentage of players. But I also think if you are aware of it and how it works, it's also a good way to go against what the models do. Usually, models, while they are a good indication of what players are potentially good at getting points, they are not necessarily as up to date in terms of real time giving you the best possible players to pick, because they just crunch numbers, right? Models will crunch numbers based on human input, but this is where eye test versus the numbers, it depends. Like if you're an eye test manager, you might see something and you might go, ooh, this player has something and they are probably capable of getting a return. I'm going to back them, and you could probably benefit from an eye test as well. So models are a bit late to pick things up. Like they won't be early to pick up on a trend, but they will eventually pick up on a trend. And the reason they'll pick up on a trend is because they will see people start buying players, and it's all input and data, right? The more data they get, then they'll pick up on the trend and they'll continue to suggest. Like for now, models love penalty takers a lot. So Bruno Fernandes always good on models. Mo Salah, it'll suggest Mo Salah quite a lot. Reason being, models love penalty takers. You look at Salah now, not playing great, but a lot of managers who use models went and bought Salah this week because the model would have put him as the best captaincy option this week, to be honest. Even over Bruno Fernandes. So a lot of people would have gone there who trust model, gone and captained him, or gone and captained Ekitike. They would also rate if Arsenal were to have a double game week. If you watch when Arsenal have a double game week upcoming, if Odegaard gets good minutes generally, he will also be very high up on the models because again, set pieces, pens kind of goes up there. So they tend to favor a lot of like set pieces, penalty takers, but they're not quick on picking up on certain trends when you watch the game and watch the highlights. they will eventually pick it up, but it takes some time, and that is that space that they take time to pick it up. That's where you have to target and try and get there early. So yeah, that's just my take on how AI. I don't. I wouldn't say I don't use it, because I'll be a kind of a hypocrite to say I don't use it, because here on the podcast, right, when I show you guys the podcast every week, we use numbers from Rob T. In terms of, you guys would have seen this a lot. Like, I use these numbers for you guys on the podcast. Now, this is also again from another model that will give you this is more betting markets and um, ex- expected goals and all of that. But again, you could think of it as like another model in terms of predictions. So we kind of use this here as well, to try and go, okay, this is what our game is probably going to look like. But if you listen to the podcast, we also go, I don't know if I'd really trust that number for the upcoming week. Like, for example, this is game week 31. I look at this and I go, Fulham 42%. It's doable, but I feel like it's a slightly bit too high, where I think Burnley's still capable of scoring. Um, I would say Manchester United's 1.72 is slightly lower, because I think Bournemouth love a transition game and Man United are much more better at a transition game. So I probably increase the odds for United's goals slightly more. Um, so like here and there'll be a few things that I probably don't agree on, and will change it. But again, yeah, you need to add your own information on what you've seen. So there is definitely a space to, if you know how it works, there's definitely a space that you can target to benefit you as well as a manager. Um, Andrew as well. Ovamara, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Cheeky captaincy punt on Gordon this game week. Sunderland form has tailed off. Newcastle want revenge. You could. I still prefer Bruno, just because, like, roots to points, right? Pens, chances creation. The only thing he's fighting against this week is Gandhi, because it's the early kickoff. So Gandhi is the only thing that Bruno is going to be against. But I just trust him. Like, he's been doing well for me. I think I've captained him for quite a lot this season. Let me see. I was. I think I can show you guys how I check my captaincy. I do watch along, so miss stuff and later pick things up. Yes, models there. Omar says, hello Ryan, good long time, good rank. Thank you. There's always a glitch in every matrix. That's true. The one I think. Content creators with absolute stinkers picking Salah, you can't trust these models all the time. Yeah, I agree. You can't trust models all. You definitely can't trust them all the time. Which is why like you guys have to also look at your own like eye test and everything and decide as well. Um, this is. Let me show you. Never used a model ever, just play a normal attacking way. Yep, fair enough. Don't trust Man United defense. Gordon has a few games coming up. If I could think, I'd rest him at Sunderland. Would you rest him at Sunderland? Like, they have the Barcelona game this week. I don't think he'll rest versus Sunderland, right? Surely it's a derby game, very important. And after that is the international break, so there's no reason to rest players in game week 31. I was looking at this yesterday. Let me close this. This is my captaincy success, 70% so far this season. Captaincy success. Actually, most of my failures have been on Haaland, except for one game week where I went Brian and Buemo in game week 14. And this was the week when Haaland scored about 20 something as a in total from the captaincy. And this is the week I got smashed. Yeah, I took like a 1 million red, slightly more than a 1 million red this week. That was bad. But apart from that, I actually done pretty well. Generally, Bruno Fernandes has been very reliable for me, so I'm not going to kind of change it. I've captained him six times, 7 times. Every time I've captained Bruno Fernandes so far, I haven't been disappointed. So I think I'll continue to put it on Bruno because I kind of trust him at the moment. But yeah, not too bad. 70%, I'd say. It's not too bad overall. 431 captain points, 14.4 per game week, which is not too bad. A lot of regulars in chat are good football heads indeed. Omar says, can you please check my team? Yes, I can. Where are you in the mini league, Omar? I can bring it up. So yeah, we saw Freddy's team. Anyone else wants me to look at teams? Let me know. We'll be doing a podcast tomorrow, 9 p.m. Sydney time, but we'll also be doing a watch along in the morning. So if you guys are interested, again, watch along. Let me know. 239. Let me load it up. I wish I can finish something. Kind of tired of million rank. We will try and get you inside the top 1 million. 239. Where are you right now? Ooh. You need to take a lot of risk. You know how you can fix it? Oh, Mara. Where's Bruno Fernandes? Where's Bruno Fernandes? This is your fault. How do you not have Bruno Fernandes as a Manchester United fan? Where's your faith in your captain? My days. You should have bought Bruno. But yeah, this week I think you'll probably start Malik Shah over Gabriel. You'll start Maguire over Guehi. How many free transfers do you have? Yeah, before I want to bring in Bruno this week, I had him before when Amarim was playing him as a DM. No. Should have bought Bruno in as soon as Carrick was there. You would have been way higher. It's not too late. It's not too late. You still have 8 game weeks to go. So KDH, you'll actually be playing all 3 of your defender, like your bench players. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 players blanking this week. So Haaland, Strand Larsen, Ismail Sarr. You can sell Ismail Sarr. You can sell Guehi. Actually, do you need to sell Guehi? No, you don't need to sell Guehi. You can sell Ismail Sarr. You can sell Strand Larsen. You can also sell Haaland if you really wanted to. So Sarr to maybe Bruno. Go get Bruno. Strand Larsen. Kind of depends who you want to go to. Thiago maybe. JP, Thiago. Raul Jimenez, which you already have, so you don't have to worry about that. Probably JP. I mean, probably, JP, Thiago. Both of them are away. It's probably still one of them. Getting DCL. Could get DCL, but he already has Raul Jimenez. I mean, probably can get DCL. I don't know. Don't fully trust it. Might work. Never know. I was believing in Haaland. Fair enough. I mean, keeping Haaland. I only sold him last week as well, to be honest. But I think now it's time to get rid. I have 1 free transfer and 2.5 million in the bank. You have only 1 free transfer. Oh shit. Time for you to take a hit. Time for you to take a hit. Okay, 1 free transfer, 2.5 million, 2.5 in the bank. All right, sell Haaland. Okay, here's what you do. You sell Haaland and you sell Ismail Sarr. And you play a 3-5-2. And then you probably wild cutting game week 32. Depending, don't press the button just yet, but yeah. You play a 3-5-2, you sell Haaland and you sell Ismail Sarr. And play a 3-5-2. Bruno Fernandes is the only Man United player you really need and want. The rest are very replaceable. Yes. Getting DCL. Yeah, so here's to pick one striker from multiple options. Thoughts on a risk like a free hit in 31? Nah, don't do it. Don't do it. Mainly because I can't tell you right now without any certainty how the game week 34 is going to look like. You might even want the free hitting game week 34. So I just save it for game week 34. It'll be Saar to Bruno, Haaland to Joe Pedro, Larson to keep Lemons, it's fine. Don't need to take a minus 16. Have they still got a wild card? I think he might have a wild card. Initial plan was to wild card in 32 and free hitting 34, but I might take a risk. Actually, you can just -4 and that's enough. Do you really need to wild card? Nah, probably not. Did my chat come back? Says Andy. Is it not working for you? Let's put Mara's team in here. See your team for this week. So this is how the teams looks like, right? Ismail Sarr to Bruno Fernandes. Only 1.3 you need to free up. You can sell Haaland to anyone you want. Maguire, Lemons, and Embuemo. Oh, I forgot about that. Right. I forgot. Alright. Time to take a -8. Haaland to take your pick. Who would I even go for? Forward? I don't even know which striker I would go for. DCL? Is DCL the one? I don't even know what striker to suggest. Maybe something like this as a -8. I'm just going to put Joe Pedro here just for the sake of it. Still not others. Please chat show him more now, I think. Oh, really? Oh. Get a Man United, take a player out, to get Bruno in, Joe Pedro, Stark, Bruno. Yeah, something like this. You could do Joe Pedro. Even with Joe, I think it's got to be Joe Pedro. He's the one with like the data at least is pointing towards him. His performances are also pretty good. It might have to be like this. He already has a wild card as well, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. Mara has all the chips available, so he's fine for all the chips. My goal is to try and get him into the top 1 million somehow by the end of the season. -8, not too bad, I'd say. Scared to cut Bruno early kickoff, but I know Bruno will get 2 assists or 3. Yeah, just keep the armband on him. If he doesn't do anything, all of us will have lost the captaincy. I mean, you can try differential, but if Bruno goes off, you're just going to go even more down in terms of rank. So let's just hope your differentials, like you have so many other differentials, let's just hope they do the returns rather than, like you have so many differentials. Yeah, I think this should be fine. Something like this. But I'm going to tell you now itself. Apart from maybe Bruno Fernandes, who you can get in now because his price is going to go up as well. So you can do you probably can do Embuemo to Bruno now if you really wanted to. Can you? Yeah, if you wanted to, you could do Embuemo to Bruno, or you can wait. But the rest, wait till Champions League football is done before you make any transfers. Please don't make any transfers before Champions League football. because just in case an injury happens, you're kind of screwed. So don't make any transfers till the Champions League football is done. That's all I can say. Not even anything else. Yeah, probably yeah. Just wait till Champions League because Europa League is just Crystal Palace, Aston Villa. You're not going to buy anyone, and Forest you're probably not buying anyone as well. So you don't matter about that. Just wait till Champions League is done before you make any transfers. I would have said Raul cap, but there's something off at 60 minutes. Yeah, no Raul cap. I feel like Mbeumo will score versus Bournemouth. He might. Then, if that's the case, right? If that is the case, your other option is you do something like Chow Vanderberg. The thing is, there's not much upside for the move, but then it's something like this. Your other option is something like this, for example. JP. So then, like, your other option is something like this, but yeah, something like this if you wanted to do it. Alice don't play. I will wait till you use it for person. Yeah. Rohan, how are you doing? Welcome. Currently 3K use your fantasy. Damn, you're doing pretty good in that at least. That's definitely good. I'm a master of the minus hit. Yes, definitely. Andy is definitely a master of the hits. Do I need to bring Thiago and JP then? I'm on a bulk card in 32. Nah, that's just another hit. Don't get into minus 12s. Minus 8 is just keep it at a minus 8 for now. I have a dilemma this week, says Andrew. Roll, but would have to risk Bogle starting or bring in Hall instead with Goodmanson getting a red. However, Bogle may play. Jaden Bogle at fullback. Aronson got subbed out. Who else can they play? Has to be Jaden Bogle, right? Do they have anyone else who can play fullback? Not really, right? I think you play Bogle and see. He's the one who will play left back, right? James Justin, Joe Rodon, unless they play. Yeah, I think he should be fine for Bogle. He's mainly a right back, isn't he? So he doesn't really play left back, Jaden Bogle. He's a right back, which means, and James Justin also doesn't play full back. I mean, right back. Can he? Oh, James Justin, can he play left back? Huh? What is this Leeds versus Sunderland game? What was the lineup for this one? James Justin and Jaden Bogle. Oh. 4/03/2026. Will they do something like this? Probably not, right? Interesting time. We'll have to see what they actually do with Goodmanson's red. I'm not fully sure actually. There is normally plays just up for that game for some reason. Okay, just hold on to him. You might get lucky. So Sarr to Bruno, Haaland to Joe Pedro, sell Maguire or sell Lamens to Leno. No, don't sell the goalkeeper. Don't sell the goalkeeper. You don't get any upside from that. Keep the goalkeeper. The defender at least maybe sell. You probably have a slightly more upside from the defensive transfer than the goalkeeper transfer at the moment. Does it matter if I have to take a -4 twice early this season? As in earlier this season, that doesn't matter. As in, just you haven't taken a hit this week so far, right? So it's okay. So yeah, best Maguire replacement. Some of the players that we were talking about in today's stream were Malik Chow, which you already have, Anderson from Fulham, and me personally, I couldn't think of any other defenders that I would want. I mean, I assume everyone has Van Dijk, which you don't. Maybe you can go Van Dijk as well if you really wanted to. You could try Van Dijk as well. Up to you. Uh, so Anderson, Malik Chow, Van Dijk, since you don't have him. That's kind of it. What does this actually tell, anyways, in terms of clean sheets? They expect Fulham to get a clean sheet, expects Newcastle with a high chance of a clean sheet. Chelsea are never keeping a clean sheet. They're just pretty bad at keeping clean sheets, anyways. Aston Villa, I don't trust Aston Villa keeping a clean sheet, to be honest, especially since West Ham have been playing well recently. No one else who's predicted for decent clean sheet chance. Yeah, so probably Anderson or Malik Chow you already have. I mean, you could go Lewis Hall and double up on Newcastle defense, but that is up to you if you really wanted to do that. Every time I don't take a hit, I get a red. And if you don't really check my week by week history. West Ham, Villa, 2-1 to Villa. Villa need to win. Could be 2-1, could be 1-1 as well. Big game in the relegation fight this season. I mean, this week for Spurs versus Forest. Depending on who's playing first. Ooh, Spurs versus Forest and West Ham is at the same time as well. Oh, that is huge. This is huge. Like, it's not like one plays earlier before the other. Both are playing at the same time. Villa will score at least. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I won't. Yeah, I think they might. Pause. This have been very slim pickings. True. Okay. I think we'll end it here. We've been going for an hour now. What do you think is the best strategy for my team going forward? Thing is, I can't really tell. I myself don't really know. Check my team, says Rowan. Okay, yes. Let me read up. Did you send it to me on Twitter? I can't really tell the exact strategy because I don't even know what the doubles are going to be looking like just yet. You mentioned it on the minute. Team 1 ranked 41, team 2 ranked 79. So ask me again. We'll discuss it a bit more after we know the Champions League results. Ideally, when we know the FA Cup, can decide a bit more, but we can discuss during the international break. I want to design my team logo better. Tips. Generally, for AI designing, just give it a few extra details. Like, what do you want to see from your team logo? Is the question. What do you want to see from your team logo? I just went and asked for like a something similar to my YouTube channel, the football that you see on the YouTube channel with the red background, with a two-tone red background. And this is kind of what it came up with. It came up with a few others. I had to like ask for it again and then eventually I landed on this. So just you need to give it a few extra information and stuff like that. You have an eagle. I mean, it's not too bad actually. Is Rohan's one as well? 41 as well, Rohan. All right. So this is Rohan's one team. Team 1 has 2 free transfers. Team 2 has 1 free transfer. This is Team 2 with 1 free transfer. Sanchez, Gabriel, Timberg, where he... Oh my days. Semenyo, Haaland. Rohan. 1, 2, probably benching Gabriel, Semenyo, and Haaland? Who are you benching, Rohan, in these three? You probably will have to take a hit to get You'll have to take more than a hit if Mukiele is not available. You'll have to take a -8 if Mukiele is not available. Otherwise, you have to take a -4 if Mukiele is available. Because as things stand, you don't even have a backline for this team. Gordon's pipe it up though. You had to have 3 set and forget forwards. I think Haaland, Thiago, Pedro. 3 set and forget for the rest of the season. Haaland, Thiago, Pedro. Yeah, I think I can live with that. I'll bring 1 defender and forward. So you'll be playing with 10 players in this team. You'll play with James Justin and another defender. You play 3-4-3 formation. Yeah, fair enough. 3-4-3 formation. 1 defender out there. It's okay. That's fine. 2 points basically. Not too bad. Maybe Ekitike and 1 defender from Bournemouth and 1 from Newcastle. Go for the Newcastle defender first over the Bournemouth defender, because Bournemouth defense, they're probably not going to keep a clean sheet, especially if you're going to captain Bruno Fernandes. You want returns from Bruno, which means you don't want Bournemouth to keep a clean sheet. And then this is Rohan's other team, which has 2 free transfers. Sanchez, Guehi, Gabriel, Timber, Van Dijk, Saka, Semenyo, Rupi, Hill, Drewsbury Hall, Start Hill. This one you have 5 players as well. 3 can be benched, 2 will have to be sold. You have 2 free transfers. So you have 2 free transfers on this one. So this is okay. You can get 11 out without having to take a hit. I want the logo to look like a football wizard holding a ball with fire. Football wizard holding a ball with fire. Ooh. Ask and see. You might be able to get something like that. You have to ask it and see. Ask it to give me a football wizard. Ask it to give you a wizard holding a football with fire surrounding it. Or do you want just a ball of fire? That's another thing. You'll have to like play around. This team, same 1 mid, 2 defenders. 1 mid and 2 defenders. Do you need 2 defenders? You have Hill and Van Dijk. You just need 1 more defender for this team. Oh, you have Sa as well. Sorry. I did not see Ismail Sa. Okay, you need to take a hit for this team as well. Fair enough. Want to get in someone for Semenyo and Guehi and Timber. Anthony Gordon, Guehi and Timber. Malik Chow and Anderson from Fulham. Do something like that. Will Everton be strong at home? Maybe. McNeil. It's not too bad, but like, because Chelsea's defense is not that great, to be honest. But Everton's attack is also not necessarily great. You know what I mean? Like, Everton attack not great. Everton's defense is. This is their attack. It's okay, to be honest. Although when you look at it, it's better than Fulham's. And we're looking at getting like Fulham attackers in here and whatnot. Yeah, you could probably, but like, don't expect too much from them, I would say. So I probably wouldn't necessarily go for it. But yeah, I think Newcastle defense, Fulham defense. Um, those are the two defenses that stands out. Everton defense, I expect Chelsea to get a goal. So I don't think they'll keep a clean. I honestly don't see any other team keeping a clean, to be honest. Liverpool may keep a clean because Brighton's attack hasn't necessarily been free flowing, but at the same time, Liverpool are pretty poor themselves. So I can't see either team keeping a clean sheet. Chelsea win 3-1, 2-1, probably. Could be, could be. I At the same time, I would not be surprised if that game is also a draw. Because Pickford in the big games, this guy is a pretty good goalkeeper, to be honest. I won't be surprised if that's a draw. Liverpool draw 1-1 or 2-1. We'll see. We can ask about new defense, full defense with Gordon and McNeil. Maybe try for Palmer. You could go for Palmer. Palmer scored 4, didn't he? In the reverse fixture or something, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't Palmer score 4 goals against Everton once? Uh, is this my current logo? Is okay. I just tried the logo last game week. You mean this one? Is this your current logo? I think this looks pretty good. I don't see anything wrong with this. Everton are better defense than Chelsea. That I agree. But Palmer has some good history against Everton, hasn't he? Fair. Palmer is not too bad, but inconsistent, yes. Yeah, he is too inconsistent. That I would agree with. You just had to get lucky with Palmer. This is pretty good. Don't mind it, Omar. Looks pretty good, I think. All right. I think we'll end it here. All right, you legends, absolute legends. Thank you, everyone. I am going to go soon and sleep as well soon because have a big week tomorrow in terms of content in the morning. Have to get up early morning for the watch along. So if you guys are awake, please do come and keep me company because it's early in the morning for me. So if anyone's awake, do come keep me company. And then we have the podcast at 9 p.m. Sydney time. So similar time to what, actually slightly earlier than what we started today's stream. Podcast for tomorrow, and that'll be out on your audios like Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcast from. That'll be out as well. Game week review video was out yesterday or today morning, depending on your time zone. So if you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. That's also available again, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music. That is also available there. You just have to search for Football Chatbox on your audio platforms and you'll be able to listen to it and even watch videos on Spotify. I do upload it as a video. So on Spotify, it'll come up as a video as well. So you can watch it there as well. But if you're listening on there to one of those, please do leave us a 5-star like and a review. That would be amazing. Best captaincy in 31, Bruno versus Joao Pedro versus Thiago. I would go for Bruno Fernandes purely down to the fact that he's just reliable. Just super reliable, bonus point monster. Because of the amount of chances he creates, he's like 3 or 2 bonus, generally speaking. Most cases is 3 bonus. I was shocked that Ross Barkley managed to get 3 bonus over him this week, but generally he's a very reliable for bonus points. Joe Pedro will be second because again he's been pretty well. Like the only reason I put Thiago last is because bonus points. If Thiago is just a goal scorer, he doesn't do anything else. He's very similar to Haaland. If he doesn't get a couple of goals, he will not get bonus points. Is McAllister or Szoboszlai good for next 4? I would lean towards Szoboszlai for set pieces. I don't mind Szoboszlai if you want to go Szoboszlai. All right, we will look to end it here. And then we'll see how we go for the next couple of game weeks. Any final questions? If not, I will see you all tomorrow for either the podcast or the watch along or tonight, depending on your time zone. Rohan, Wamara, Andy, Andrew, who else? Freddie, Ali Frostinho, Chad, who else? User SZ as well, and Tin and anyone else. Manish as well. Thank you all for watching. Oh, Top and Time, just about to end, but welcome. Do you have any questions before I look to end? Any questions? Any questions? Quickly ask. Feel free to ask. Enjoy your day. Thank you. Thank you. But yeah, I'll wait for Top and Tine's reply and then I'll look to end it. Nah, just saying hello. Okay. Hello, Top and Tine. So yeah, like I was saying, Top and Tine, I'll be live tomorrow for the podcast and tonight, maybe, depending on your time zone, for a UCL watch along of the 7 o'clock games for me. So basically, a UCL watch along for Chelsea, PSG, Arsenal, Leverkusen, and Manchester City versus Real Madrid. So we'll be live for that. Until then, have a good one. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy your day. I'll see you all in a couple of hours or tomorrow, whichever. Have a good one. See ya.